All right, guys, here we go. This is my first official video. I wanted to show you my lion. I have a lion living with me on the property. It's not the lion you're probably thinking of. It's actually a very interesting, particular kind of lion. It lives in this bag over here. I'm gonna show you guys right now. You guys ready? This is the lion. You gotta watch my hands. This is called lion's mane, and it is a mushroom, which, as you know, is a decomposer. So it's going to break down things that are no longer alive but were once living. It's going to secrete these kinds of chemicals into whatever it likes to eat the most, and then it's going to suck it all up when all that stuff breaks down and turns into a liquid. And down here, there's kind of like a mix of this like peat moss and tree stump and stuff like that. Lion's mane likes to grow on very particular types of trees. And this mushroom is really great because it's edible. You can eat it, and it's super, super delicious when you cook it right. I love mushrooms. I think mushrooms are honestly one of the best types of foods if you can find the right ones and you can cook them correctly. They're a really, really good replacement for meat. So if you don't want to eat as much meat in your diet, or you don't want to eat any meat at all, mushrooms are a really great replacement because they kind of have a taste that's similar to meat, and they are really rich with lots of proteins and things that are typically found in meat. So when you're trying to grow and you're trying to get nice and tall and strong, you should eat lots of different things, and one of the things that you can maybe add to your diet is mushrooms. Some people are allergic to them, so it's always a good idea to eat just a little bit and see how you feel. You know, if it makes your stomach kind of upset and stuff like that, you might not want to try that one again. But most of the time, they're pretty safe to eat if you get the right ones. There's a lot of great ones in the stores. But there's really interesting mushrooms out there, because a lot of people, when they think about mushrooms, they think about those ones that are kind of classic looking, where they look sort of like Toad from Mario, and they just have like, you know, they're just white and they have that top. But there's lots of interesting ones out there. These ones are white, but what happens is as they grow, is they get these little kind of sort of bumps and grooves on them, and then as they get bigger and bigger, it starts to sort of look like hair. And if you grow it right, all of these will start to stick out, and gravity will start to pull them downwards, and they get all dangly like hair, and it really starts to look like a lion's mane, which is why it's called lion's mane. So this is a cool bag right here, because what we got is we have a hole on this side. Can't really see it yet, but there's a hole on each side, so there's actually lion's mane starting to grow out of it. And what I have to do every day is I gotta make sure that the inside of the bag is a little bit moist. And as you can see, it's a little bit moist right there. So you don't wanna put too much moisture because bacteria can start to grow. You don't want anything to interfere and start to eat the mushroom. You really want only the lion's mane to be the only decomposer that's in this little habitat that it's living in. What we can see on the inside is there's some lion's mane growing on the inside too. So eventually when this is done growing, it's all gonna look for a way to go, and it's gonna start to bust through those holes. It's starting to bust through this hole actually on this side now, which is pretty cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this back in the bag, and every day I have to make sure that I take this bag and I kind of wave it around, and I get new air to go in there. Because as you know, while we're on Earth, there's always something in every space. There's no real empty space. If you take out all the air of this bag, it will create a literal vacuum, and it will start to pull down and suck to the mushrooms, which is not something you want. So you want to wave it around and push all the stale air that's in there out, and then you want to quickly close it up and trap some air. So now we've got some air in there. We're gonna let it sit. Right now it's next to one of the windows in my garage, because you want a little bit of light to be kind of coming through and shining at it. You also don't want the mushroom to get too warm or too cold. So you want it between 55 and 65 degrees Fahrenheit. So my garage, luckily, I have nice little radiators. They're heating up every once in a while, so it kind of stays right around 56 degrees right in this spot, which is fine for this mushroom. So in my next 2 videos, I'm going to show you guys some cool plant stuff around the house. And keep those questions and comments coming if you are starting to check these out. Share these with your family, share these with people that you hang out with at school, people you know, your classmates. That'd be really great. I want to see as many people checking these out and trying different science experiments. And you know, maybe you guys can send me some stuff, things that you're doing while you're at home with your friends and family. Obviously staying safe, you know, you're not going out and getting too close to anybody, but anyone you're already living with, I'd really love to see you guys do some cool stuff. All right, so it's great talking to you guys and showing you some stuff, and I'll start working on my next video soon.